Hello, Alaska, and thanks for tuning in to Picture Alaska. We have a February edition that does hold some storm photos, but of course, lovely landscapes that you provide to us. So let's get started. And since it is the month of February, we did mention that there is some frosty conditions. And yes, Shelley Peterson caught one of those, some of those formations, and I believe that must be a railing because you can see the sky out there, or even a log, but some of those formations of frost on your windows, followed by a little bit of melting, creating some big icicles. Thank you to Theodora Bayou for sending that one in. And then, of course, winter storm action. This is an overturned car. This is when we have a lot of snow, but now we've seen some warmer temperatures. But let's check out some of these beautiful conditions in these mountains. Tally W taking this beautiful photo. You can see some of those low clouds in the valley, but these deserve to be full screen because they are so pretty. So let's check out Walter Lee's Sr.'s photo of the Antioch sundog that he spotted. And it looks like that might be near a runway, but check out the beautiful blue sky that they're enjoying, or at least they were that day. So these two bald eagles are fluffed up in the chill. Thank you to Francine Lombardo for sending that one in. You know, there's been a lot of eagles spotted around town. I know that we did a story a couple of weeks ago about all the eagle conflagration on the east side of the city. There's a moose out on the Willow Lake area. You can see some of that frost in the trees. Those moose, I mean, a lot of wildlife during the winter, they have it pretty tough. So stay out of their way. And, you know, good way to check see if they're kind of agitated is when the hair on their hump stands up, or, you know, their ears are laid flat back. You don't want to be encountering a moose that looks like that. This is a beautiful pastel colors of the moon. This is north of Savunga. Dora sent this to us, and she said she sent it in just around 11 a.m. The full snow moon, that's what we've called this past full moon. Tracy Try catching it between the branches of a barren tree. Another shot of the moon, this one out of Quinnahock. Thank you to Carol Cleveland. It looks a little bit orange from this kind of, I zoomed in a bit on that photo. Check out that beautiful winter sunset glow. This is out of Scammon Bay. That's thank you to Wynn Kaganak. And McHugh Creek, the sunset, Janelle Osland. Thank you so much for sending that one in. That's a little closer to home. It almost looks like those words are riding the guardrail there. A fiery sunset also from the South Central region. Sandy Cannon spotting that and making sure to send it to alaskasnewssource.com. And this cat and moose are just a pane away, pane of glass, that is. Joy Mindiola sharing that cute interaction there. The cat's probably going, are you a huge dog? And speaking of dogs, a frosty canine athlete, a couple of them in the Connect 200. Tracy Try up or even staying up late or getting up early, I don't know, but it's dark there. And those dogs look like they've had quite the run into that checkpoint. I think this looks a little scary if you ask me, but there they are, ice fishing, Alexandria, Berlin. I thought, gosh, I cannot remember the location specifically, but it looks dangerous. So good wishes to those folks out there. Fun in the sun. Again, these words look like they're trying to hitch a ride into the fun. Rose Lottie, thank you for sending that in. That's some Fat Tire biking. Look at those mitts. Those will keep your hands warm, won't they? Now, a look at the fog bow. This is from Jenny Matthew out of northern portions of the state. And fog bows occasionally seen instead of rainbows. You have to have that low-lying cloud cover. And speaking of fog, this is freezing fog out of southeast Alaska. Brian Holter, and love that totem pole there in the middle. That's Asher in his big snowman, almost twice his height. Georgette Morgan sharing that. That was after our big snowfall and the snow that actually stuck around for a couple of days. And hey, that is our February edition of Picture Alaska. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in those photos. And if you go to our Alaska's News Source website and you click or you even look on the top banner and you go all the way over toward the right, you'll see the submit photos and videos. That's where you would click to make sure that we get them and we can add them to the online gallery. Thank you so much for tuning in and hope to see you online again.